Hi students, welcome to today's session. In our today's session we are going to see about types of welding joints, basic welding joints and its position. Let's move into the types of welding joints topic. The main objectives of this topic is, at the end of this topic you shall be able to illustrate and name the basic welding joints, explain the nomenclature of butt and fillet welds. Basic welding joints. The various basic welding joints are determined by shape of the joint, that is, how the joining edges of the parts are placed together. Let's see the types of weld. There are two types of weld: groove weld or butt weld, fillet weld. Let's see about nomenclature of butt and fillet weld. Root gap, it is the distance between the parts to be joined. Heat affected zone, metallurgical properties have been changed by the welding heat adjacent to weld. Leg length, the distance between the junction of the metals and the point where the weld metal touches the base metal, toe. Parent metal. Parent metal is the material or the part to be welded. Fusion penetration. Fusion penetration is the depth of fusion zone in the parent metal. Reinforcement is the metal deposited on the surface of the parent metal or the excess metal over the line joining the two toes. Root. The root is the parts to be joined that are nearest together. Root run. The root run is the first run deposited in the root of a joint. Root penetration, it is the projection of the root run at the bottom of the joint. Run. Run is the weld metal deposited during one pass. The second run is marked as 2, which is deposited over the root run. The third run is marked as 3, which is deposited over the second run. Sealing run. A small weld deposited on the root side of a butt or corner joint after completion of the weld joint. Backing run. A small weld deposited on the root side of the butt or corner joint before welding the joint is backing run. Throat thickness. Throat thickness is the distance between the junction of the metals and the midpoint on the line joining the two toes. Toe of weld. The point where the weld face joins the parent metal. Weld face, it is the surface of a weld, seen from the side, from which the weld was made. Weld junction is the boundary between the fusion zone and the heat affected zone. Fusion face is the portion of a surface which is to be fused on making the weld. Fusion zone is the depth to which the parent metal has been fused. Let's see our next topic, basic welding joints and position. Objectives of this topic is, at the end of this topic you shall be able to name the basic welding joints from drawings. State the basic welding positions from drawings. Let's see about basic welding joints. The following are the basic welding joints: butt joint, lap joint, T-joint, corner joint, edge joint. The types in the figure indicate the shape of the joints and how the joining edges of parts are placed together. The joint designs are very important in fabrication work. Let's see about basic welding positions. Welding action takes place in the molten pool, formed in the welding joint or the welding line. The position of the welding joint line, in respect of the ground axis, indicates the welding position. All joints can be welded in all positions. The following are the important basic welding positions: flat or downhand position, horizontal position, vertical position, overhead position. Let's test our knowledge gained from topic we came across till now. What is the name of the boundary between the fusion zone and the heat-affected zone in butt and fillet weld? Option A. Weld face. Option B. Lap joint. Option C. Weld junction. Option D. Sealing run. Your time starts now. I think you are right. The correct answer is option C. Weld junction. Let's see the remaining topics in this book in our next session. For queries, visit www.nemelearningonline.in/Moodle. Thank you.